very proactive in this
But what do you think is going, so, going back to, and obviously that is very sound advice. And, you and I definitely have had conversations very much like this in the past a little while, to kind of, so that we could keep our bearing straight on what we were trying to do here. Do you find, you brought up that Prime Minister Trudeau actually just this morning it was on CBC, that they have said that within the next couple of months they will have a passport that says that they will have a vaccination report on the passport, which I personally think is great, and I have no issue with it. I think that it's a responsible thing to do. Do you think, you've indicated that this is a work in progress, that this is morphing, this is something that the lawyers at the highest and judges at the highest court are likely going to be dealing with, because there are going to be lobby groups out there for privacy, right, and all those things that are going to go, no, we can't do this. So where do you draw the line between health and safety and privacy? Because that's what you're dealing with right now.
Yeah, I think, Shell, I think a vaccination passport doesn't mean, it might be like to go to a movie or to go to a concert. It doesn't mean that if you're unvaccinated and you don't have a passport, you can't go to the movie or concert. What it means is you might have other measures that you might have to undertake before you can go to that concert, or before you can go to that Blue Jay game, like rapid testing or antigen testing or something of that nature. So it's actually treating that group of unvaccinated individuals differently. I don't believe in Canada, I may be wrong, I don't believe it's going to go as far as, okay, you can't attend, you're not vaccinated, you can't come and work out in this club, or you're unvaccinated, you can't work in our company, we're going to fire you. I don't think that's where it's going. I think it's that those individuals, that group, is going to have additional measures placed upon them by virtue of introducing a passport.
Okay, but you're saying that you're not going to be refused to get into concerts or get on a plane for not being vaccinated. I would say that, isn't that part of what's happening right now? Like, just for unvaccinated people to travel, they do definitely have additional things they have to do. Right. I guess you're right, now that I'm thinking about it, that there hasn't really been a thing that says you're not able to do this. Although, there was entertainment venues in New York, Springsteen on Broadway was one of them. Right. Stephen Colbert show was one of them. Yeah. That said, if you aren't double vaccinated by vaccinations that are USDA approved, right, then you cannot get in. Right. So those things did happen in the States.
Absolutely.
And other places in the world too. Like, it's not just the States, but like there are other countries. Like, I heard of a story in Trinidad. This guy's mom's died and he couldn't go there just because he had 2 different vaccines. So
yeah, so the standards, that's a good point, Mel. The standards of each country are different too. Like, eventually, as far as the Springsteen and Colbert thing goes, they changed those rules. They, instead of being USDA approved, they said it had to be WHO approved. So now they made it a little more global, right? So but there were a lot of Canadians who wouldn't have been able to fly into New York with their tourist dollars and see those shows. Right. Yeah. So where do you think that, I know that you're saying, and I certainly, with your experience, I trust where you're saying this is going. You don't think that it's going to get that drastic in Canada?
I don't know, but what I think, Shell, the issue is, and let me talk about it from this perspective, because I think it's less about, let's talk about the workplace for a second, because this is the radical workplace. So if you're an individual, you as a business owner can have your own rules about your company in terms of vaccinated, unvaccinated. It's a private business. You can do that. I think the bigger challenge is the call I got yesterday from an accounting firm. They have people that go to clients to do audits, and those clients are expecting these accountants to start coming on site to their clients. These clients are saying, I don't want anyone on site, and they have to do it on site. They can't do it remotely. These clients are saying, I don't want anyone to be here unless they're vaccinated. Right. So that puts tremendous amount of pressure on an accounting firm in this case, on what do you do with these staff? Like, do you move them around? Do you put other people on the account? I think that's the bigger challenge that companies are going to face than, if you can go to a sporting event. Because I think there's going to be ways around it, but it's the workplace situations that are going to get really tricky.
Yeah.